Back with the G5 tech drive thing. So I went ahead and found a screwdriver to take these little screws off and put it back on. And I got this thing back right where it should be, in between this and that. So this thing is back the way it should be, so hopefully that fixes our problem. Now let me take this power button off here. I know it's dirty, but so let's go ahead and go over how this tech drive works, or how at least I think it works. So this handle spring goes back and forth, and when it goes back and forth, it tugs on this little piece, and then there's this little thing here that goes in between that, so when that goes back and forth, that thing goes back and forth as well. And I think, and this piece is connected to this, which yeah. And you see when I move it back and forth, this thing goes left and right. Now I don't know if this is if it's supposed to move that slightly or if it's supposed to move more, but anyways, if it's supposed to move further, let me know in the comments below. But I think this is back in the way it should be. Well, we're about to find out when we get this guy put back together. But I think when this guy goes right, pulling back, this thing should be pushing on the right because it's pushing this thing forward. When you're pushing the vacuum forward, this thing should be pulled back, so it'll go on the left more. And I think that's how the tech drive mechanism on this works. So let's go ahead and slap this guy back together and then give her a test out and see if that was the problem. Let me put the switch back on here. Or the power button plastic thing. I'm not good with names. Alright, let's put this guy back together. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the camera angle so that it's over here and I can use two hands. And we're going to put this bad boy back together and give her a try. And hopefully the tech drive is fixed and I can use it again like it should be. Because I definitely do not like a Kirby where their tech drive is not working. Would be nice if I had one that's working. Because when these guys' tech drives are working, oh man, they're fun to use. Love them. But when their tech drives are not working, not so much. But to my surprising, they're not quite as bad as to push as a sanitaire is when they're in neutral. And I think that's due to the sanitaires have more airflow density in CFM than these do. And while they have more aggressive brush rolls, their power levels are chart topping. So that figures. Because I'm sure you guys have seen from my many tests that my sanitaire's nozzle CFM is pretty much chart topping and pretty much unrivaled in the vacuum industry. No Royal or Kirby or Hoover Conquest could have more CFM, so you know it's kind of that. I mean, I have not tested a Hoover Conquest, but I think I looked up the Hoover Conquest's airflow at what airflow is rated at, and the Hoover Conquest I think was rated at 109 CFM. So that's and the Sanitaire is rated at 145. I mean, and that's not true. A sanitaire more has like 170, 160. It definitely does not, at least a shakeout bag sanitaire does. A shakeout bag sanitaire is going to have 160, 170, and the good taken cared ones are going to have 180. The F&G bag ones, it depends. You're going to have 145 CFM if your F&G bag setup, if you have not trimmed a fill tube. If you trimmed a fill tube, it's going to have 165 depending on how much you trim off. This G5 right here, one thing I like about Kirby's is that with sanitaires, how much CFM you get out of them depends on how you have them set up. Sanitaires are fiddly. They like things a certain way. Where with Kirby's, you could you could take out the fill tube and there won't be that much of a difference. Which is nice. I like Kirby's for that. And I just have to give them credit for that. Again, I have an idea, or my idea is right here. Sorry about you guys just listen to me talking a lot and that. I'll have this guy back together soon, and let's see if what I did with this guy even helped. I hope that this solves my problem, because I certainly don't want to have to go through a lot to get this guy's tech drive working again, but if I have to, I will. It's just I'll have to wait, because then I'll have to go to the vacuum center and the guy and I will have to look at the tech drive closer. Come on, you know you want to go in. Can't see from here. Alright, I think I got it. I think I got it. And ta-da! The scuff plate is installed once again. Bwahaha. Alright, now all we have to do is get the handle back on and the bag, and we'll be ready for a test drive. Alright. And now just let me get it plugged in and readjust the camera, and we'll go ahead and give it a test run. Let's see if what I did helped it any. Or maybe not. Let's test it on a bare floor and see how well it does. Ta-da! The tech drive definitely works. If you guys didn't notice, that thing actually gave a bit of a kick when I moved it, and it should do that. So ta-da! The tech drive problem has been solved, and I won't have to go any further. So there we go. That makes me happy. Now I won't have to fiddle with this. I didn't even have to take it to the vacuum center. I just had to fiddle with that one part, and ta-da! The whole tech drive system works again. So there we go. And thanks for watching.